Robin becomes an outlaw. Many years ago, when King Henry ruled over England, there lived an outlaw, Robin Hood, in the green forest of Sherwood near Nottingham. No other archer could shoot an arrow as skillfully as he could. He had a merry band of 150 men, all of them outlaws, but people loved them very much, and whoever came to Robin for help never went away empty handed. Robin grew up in a small town near Sherwood Forest. When he was 18, Robin was a strong young man with a bold heart. Soon after, the Sheriff of Nottingham announced a shooting match. The winner would get a fine bow and a sheaf of arrows along with a drum of ale. Robin wanted to win the match for the prize and also to win a smile from Maid Marian, his childhood playmate and his sweetheart. Maid Marian was the daughter of an earl and Robin was just a landowner's son, but they loved each other deeply. The way to Nottingham lay through Sherwood Forest. It was the month of May. Apple buds blossomed on the trees, and the sound of the many chirping birds could be heard from the edges. As Robin walked through the forest, he saw some king's foresters sitting under a large oak tree. They were eating meat pie and drinking ale, and having a merry time. One of them called out to Robin, "Hey there, my boy, where are you going with that bow and arrow?" Robin answered, "I am on my way to Nottingham to win the shooting match." The forester laughed loudly at hearing Robin's reply. "Listen to the village boy," he mocked. "He can hardly lift the bow, and he thinks of winning the sheriff's prize. Don't you know the best champions will come to the match?" The other foresters laughed loudly and made fun of Robin's looks. This made Robin very angry. He said boldly, "I may be younger than all of you, but I bet that I can shoot as well as any of you. I can bring down any animal in the forest." "Could you shoot the beast there?" said the chief forester, pointing the deer feeding some distance away. Robin did not see the sly smiles that passed between the men. "Of course," said Robin, and he fitted an arrow to his bow. He took careful aim, for the deer was almost 100 yards away. The arrow flew straight to the deer's heart, and the beast lay dead on the spot. Robin turned to the foresters with a smile on his lips. "What do you say now?" he asked. "Am I good enough to win the match?" "I'll tell you what you're good for," said the chief forester. "You are good for the hangman's rope." He turned to the other foresters and shouted, "Hold him, men! We've been searching for the man who has killed many of the king's deer, and now we have caught him red-handed." Robin realized that he had been tricked. He knew that the punishment for killing a king's deer without permission was death. But he had forgotten it when the chief forester lay abed with him. He had to escape, for he would be caught and hanged. But before he fled, he let loose another arrow. This arrow hit the chief forester's neck, who fell to the ground. Some of the men ran to help him. The others ran after Robin to take him prisoner. Robin knew the forest well, and he was able to escape the foresters. He hid himself in the thickest part of the forest and stayed there for some days. Finally, when he thought it was safe for him to go home, he made his way home. But there were soldiers waiting for him. The chief forester was killed, and this made Robin an outlaw. The sheriff has announced a prize of 100 silver coins to any man who caught Robin. The people of his town loved Robin very much. They did not blame him. Robin had killed a man who had tricked him and almost got him hanged. He had killed in anger, but to save his own life. He was not really a bad man. So when he returned to his town, the folks warned him about the soldiers. Robin had no choice but to go back to the forest and live there. Robin stayed hidden in the Sherwood forest for many years. As time passed, other men joined him in the forest. Many of these men had turned against the sheriff and other noblemen to protect themselves and their family. As a result, they had been made outlaws and their houses and farms has been taken away. They ran away to the forest to save their lives or escape being sent to prison. Many of them joined Robin and chose him as their leader. Soon he had become the chief of the band of over 20 strong and brave men. They fought against the sheriff and his friends and tried to protect the simple villagers from the cruelty of the powerful noblemen. Stay tuned to hear the various adventures of Robin Hood's life. Please like, share, subscribe and click the bell icon if you liked my video.